evening, everyone, and welcome to Don't Tell Mama. As a courtesy, thank you. As a courtesy to your performer and your server, we ask that you please leave the aisles as clear as possible at all times during the show. And at this time, we'd like to invite you all to silence your cellular devices, as there is no photography, videography, or texting allowed during the performance. Thank you. And now Don't Tell Mama is very, very proud to present Tanya Moberly. Woo!
Wish I could fuck Sean Harkness in the light and the darkness, on the street in the parkness. It would be such a larkness. Oh, Sean Harkness. Now I know his wife Taka would find this quite a shaka, but I think she's hot too. Let's make a 3 out of 2. Sean Harkness. No matter how I wish and I wish upon that star, I know the harsh reality, as plain as I can see, is that he'll never play me the way he plays that guitar. Now you must forgive me, but I work in cabaret, where mostly men are gay.
We want you to, by the way.
Sean Harkness. Sean Harkness. Sean. Thank you and welcome. I'm violin, Bradley Bosenbeck. On the bass, SCHARFGLASS. At the piano, my musical director, Stephen Ray WATKINS. And I am Tanya Moberly. And this is the CD release of I Love New York Songwriters. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my goodness, it's like a little storybook. It opens up and everything. You will all be going home with one of these. I am so excited to be here. So we did this first show 11 years ago, and we did part 2 3 years ago. And I thought, wouldn't it be fun to bring both shows back, record them live, and create and release a double CD? Now, this was a very expensive idea. So last July 6th, in fact, I launched a Kickstarter campaign to raise $60,000 in 60 days. I figured, what the hell? If I don't raise the money, I can't do the project. At least I can try. So I proceeded to contact everyone I've ever met in my entire life. I even joined Facebook. For those of you that know me, that's desperation. And my goal was really to get a little bit of money from a lot of people. And I did it. I raised the money. Thanks to many of you here in this room today, so thank you. So we recorded, we did 2 performances of part 1 in October, 2 performances of part 2 in November, and the past several months have been my team, mixing and mastering and designing and licensing and all that stuff that you do for a CD, which I've never done before. And here we are, 10 months later. I mean, pinch me. 10 months later, here we are. So I'm just ecstatic to have you guys here to do these shows one more time. So a little bit about me, if you don't know me. I decided to be a singer when I was 4 years old. I discovered the record player in the living room, and it was all over. I said, that is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And I never looked back. I started dancing when I was 9. I started acting classes when I was 11. And then when I was 15, I bought a 12-string Takamine guitar and a Beatles songbook, and I taught myself how to play. And I was terrible, but I didn't care. I didn't want to be a guitar player. I wanted to be a songwriter. So for the next 5 or 6 years, I labored over chord progressions and rhyme and see and he and me and day and way and blay. And by the time I was 21, I had a little catalog about 20 or 30 songs, and I took a good look at them and I realized that they were dreadful. They were really, really so bad. So bad. And I just had to face the fact that I just didn't have that thing. I didn't have that talent to be a songwriter. I said, fuck it. I went back to singing other people's songs. I was very, very happy. 25 years later, I wrote that first song. How I wish. And I can tell you how that happened in one word, and that word is salon. Yes. For those of you that do not know, Salon was this incredible open mic that was created by the magnificent, brilliant Mark Janis in 2005 at the Algonquin. It went to the Rouge Bar, back to the Algonquin, and it went to et cetera, et cetera. It landed here at Don't Tell Mama. I moved in 2008 and fell so in love with this salon that I basically took over as its executive producer. And as its executive producer, I got to book the co-hosts. So it's 2012, we're at et cetera, we're struggling. I'm really just trying to scheme and plot of how to create evenings to bring people in, to stay alive. So I thought, okay, Valentine's Day. Let me get Sean Harkness to co-host, right? And get all these fabulous, gorgeous broads that he plays with and feature them. So there were 6 of them that night. It was Karen Oberlin, Carol Demas, Dawn DeRoe, Deb Berman, Pamela Luss, and Randy Shane. Those were the 6. So we called it Hark Throbs, Impossible Crushes, Sean Harkness and the Harkness Harem. And while I was putting that evening together, that song just it just came to me. It would not let up. It insisted upon being written. So I said, okay, I picked up my guitar, I figured out the chords, and then I brought my guitar into Salon and played it in front of Sean Harkness and the world badly. And then I thought, wouldn't it be fun to do a show with that as its opening number with other New York songwriters? And that's exactly what I did. So that was how this whole thing was born. And although a couple of the songwriters in this first show I've known for 20 or 30 years, specifically Stephen Lutvak, may he rest in peace, and Jeff Blumenkrantz, thank you, Mr. Lutvak, we miss you. Most of the songwriters and songs in this show were either born at Salon or through Salon. And I didn't want to record this in a studio. I didn't want to stare at an engineer. I wanted it live, so thank you to all the people that came here and showed up that were live audiences. I hope you guys enjoy the CD. You're each getting one when you leave here tonight. I'm so thrilled to be here. I'm so thrilled to be here with these guys. So when I originally did the show, I moved around the stage, but for the recording, I just stood here, so that's what I'm going to do, because that's what I'm dressed for. I'm just going to stand here. I'm going to try not to cry. I'm going to try to remember all the words. So now I give you in order: Stephen Lutvak, Bob McDowell, A.C. Haley, Jill Sobule and David Hajdu, Tim Pasqua, who's after that? Ritt Henn. Thank you. Ritt Henn, Dan Furman, Mary Liz McNamara, Nicholas Levin, Richie Eisenberg, Bobbie Horowitz, Francesca Blumenthal, Jeff Blumenkrantz, and Bill Zeffiro. Here we go! There's a store on the corner selling comic books and candy, where when I was 8 I lived a life of crime. I never did time, but I would steal little stuff, but it was enough to feel that I would really rather spend the dime. So I swore there and then that I would not steal again, and I did not, well, not a lot, not at least till I was 10. And over there, that's the store where I do not go anymore, and I just wanted you to know. There's an alley under the highway. It's pretty dark and scary, yes, well, that's the place where I first learned to kiss. Why am I telling you this? I would go where the other kids who were in the know would go, and they would show me what to do. And in turn, I would learn about the adolescent body as it stumbled towards and fumbled finding bliss. So X marks the spot where I hung out a lot, I just wanted you to know. I just wanted you to know who I am, who I was, what being with you does, how you make me feel. I want to steal, I want to kiss. You can do whatever you want with this. I just wanted you to know. Since hanging out on corners, and I've learned a bit and hurt a little too. What else is new? So have we all. But my point, if I can make it, is nothing has prepared me right for you. You see the things that I show, and what I want for you to know, I hope will say what I cannot express. That yes, I confess, I can't believe my feelings, and I guess I just wanted you to know. I just wanted you to know who I am, who I was, what being with you does, how you make me feel. I wanna kiss, I wanna tell, you make me feel so what the hell, and I just wanted you to know. 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 Thank you. Inside my body is a dancer, one who is never touched by time. While I grow older in quite ordinary ways, there she always stays, perfect in her prime. Inside my body is a dancer, forever sharpening her skill. There's no distraction, no illusion. She works till she improves and moves while I am still, and I'm doing all I can. And I'm keeping occupied. And if I'm busy, then I'm happy. Tell me, isn't that the line? But all the while inside my body is a dancer, one who has never had to blame. She has no clue to who she should or shouldn't be. Whatever you may think of her, she goes on just the same. And I'm doing all I can in the only way I know how. I'm sorry for all the things I cannot be, all the things I'll never be. God knows I have tried. she will begin to let herself be shown. Some lucky girls get locked away in towers. Some lucky girls, but not me. Me, I get stuck making magic shirts from flowers in a tree. Some lucky girls get apples laced with poison and sleep for a century, but not me. Clearly, falling asleep is something one avoids in a tree. Luck is a fickle girl, and sometimes she deserts. One day you're golden, the next you're making shirts. All that I can deal with hits the part about the tree that really hurts. Some lucky girls may think their lives disasters, suffering spells from A to Z. It could be worse. It could be sewing asters like me. Be resigned to your demeanor. Your fortune could be leaner. The grass is always greener in someone else's tree. What you call it when you are a total drain. again and again. If I were a day, I'd be sunny. If I were a walk, I'd be slow. If I were a dress, I'd be satin and set your heart aglow. I'd love to be a diamond or a bubble or a song, the one you sing when your heart is light. That would be my perfect dream tonight. If I were food, I'd be candy. If I were a month, I'd be June. I would do anything just to please you and keep our love in tune. Yes, I'd do anything just to please you and keep our love in tune.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4.
My 7th grade teacher, the mouth of my sister's best friend, the skin of a waitress I saw in the park, the scent of the hair of a waitress I had. I gazed at you there and I know this is sad, but I saw something in you, just what I wanted, just what I wanted, just what I wanted. I wanted to see. Came from a family in Newark. I never liked Portnoy's complaint. You still have your trophies of varsity track. I once had a cat cute enough for a prize. Enough about that, let's get back to those eyes. I know what you saw in me, just what you needed, just what you needed, just what you needed. You needed to be. It was a bad idea to meet. It was a bad idea to stay. And it's a bad idea to be here tonight. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea for a song. Laws of love have no neutrality. Conflict hovers. Judgment lurks. A bad idea. A good reality. We're still lovers. Something works. Was a bad idea to meet. It was a bad idea to stay. And it's a bad idea to be here tonight. It's a bad idea, it's a bad idea, it's a bad idea to meet. It was a bad idea all along. It's a bad idea to be here tonight. It's a bad idea for a song. The eyes of my 7th grade teacher, the mouth of my sister's best friend. All by myself, I'm an angel. All by myself, I'm as pure as gold. All by myself, I possess more eyes, yearning for love from a distance, but watching the world go by. And now that we've come together, before we decide to take it slow, before you call me your perfect lover, I think there is something you should know. I'm selfish under these conditions. I'm tired under these conditions. Excited under these conditions. Like a little girl. I'm ugly under these conditions. A warrior under these conditions. Exhausted under these conditions. A sleepy little girl. Listen, I don't want to scare you, and I know it's not pretty this way, but I won't be afraid to learn how to love you if you're not afraid to love me this way, 'cause I'm crazy under these conditions. A tyrant under these conditions. I'm frightened under these conditions. A sleepy little girl. I'm messy under these conditions. The devil under these conditions. But living under these conditions is heaven. Thank you. How you guys doing out there? You doing all right? You having a good time? Just checking. I bought you a car, built to last, a steady little stool, whatever those words are. Steady, steady, rugged and strong. It'll keep you safe as you roll along through the mud, through the mud, through the mud. Call love. I built you a house high on a hill, able to withstand the coldest chill. A heavenly view of earth and sky, and you won't have to worry about keeping dry. Through the flood, through the flood, through the flood. Call love. As we wind down this bumpy road, I am never letting go. I will never let you go. I saved you a place in my heart, a time forget to check my oil. Tires may be a little low. So wrapped up in my daily toil, I just assume my car is gonna go. After all, didn't God put mechanics on earth? You see, I'm not very good about maintenance. No. Dirty dishes clutter up the sink. The dust balls have established residency. My house looks half neat when you wink. You see, clean and just isn't my tendency. After all, isn't that what housekeepers are for? You see, I'm not very good about maintenance. Maybe I should learn a thing or two about taking responsibility. 'Cause one day all this inattention to detail might just get the best of me. I'll be running the wishbone, and there'll be no one to hand off to. Then what am I gonna do? Ooh, ooh. Sometimes I just don't hear. Preoccupied, I may be missing the sound of our love slipping out of gear. After all, who would blame him if he just got up and left? You see, I'm not very good about maintenance. No, 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 oh, oh, I'm not very good at maintenance. Oh, no, 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 I'm not very good at maintenance. Better start learning about maintenance. Gots to learn a bit about maintenance. You think that everything is status quo. You think it's all figured out. Then life can throw a little curve into your orbits. And everything you thought was so secure, organized and exact, falls to pieces till there's nothing you can count on that's still intact. Things have changed, and we must face the fact. Pluto's not a planet anymore. Pluto's not a planet anymore. It's just a rock that they might as well ignore. Not a planet anymore. And you wonder, is it right? All these changes overnight. It leaves me quite perplexed. What's next? You may think I'm sounding paranoid, but put yourself in Pluto's place. The NASA scientists come knocking at your door and inform you to your face, we've observed that you're not acting right, not the way a planet should. You don't even gravitationally dominate your neighborhood. You're null and void, a planetoid. You're no good. They say Pluto's not a planet anymore. Pluto's not a planet anymore. It's just a rock that they want us to ignore. Not a planet anymore. Your boyfriend's not your boyfriend anymore. $1's not $1 anymore. Turn around, they'll be knocking at your door. You won't be a person anymore. And you're out there in the dark, where the sun is just a spark, spinning lonely in the night. Don't you wonder if it's right? Do we sit back and let them decide? Or do we stand up and fight on the side of our dim, icy brother in the sky? It's time to bring Pluto back. Bring Pluto back. Bring Pluto back. Yeah, you're one of the nine.
Bring Pluto back.
There's a world on the line.
Bring Pluto back.
Come on back and hang tough.
Bring Pluto back.
Because 8's not enough.
Bring Pluto
Oh,
back.
yeah, you're way out in space.
Bring Pluto
Come
back.
back and claim your place.
Bring Pluto back.
Yeah, we want you back.
Bring Pluto back.
Yeah, we want you, we want you. Bring Pluto back.
One, two.
Tried to write a sonnet, but the words didn't rhyme. Tried to write a novel, but it took way too much time. I tried to write a screenplay, but I had these other things to do, so I started writing haiku. 17 little syllables in 3 little lines. Star one at 9:08, I'm done at 9:09. I've got a feeling before this song is through, I'll have a few more haiku. Snow on my window, the clouds are blocking the sun. Better wear a coat. Haiku number 1. Nothing to eat here, what in the hell should we do? How about Chinese? That's haiku number 2. My output's prodigious, my insights profound. This being a writer scam's a picnic I found. Every day I need to write some haiku, and I've got plenty of time left when I'm through. I'm late for work now. Has anyone seen my keys? Shit, not this again. Haiku number 3. Kilimanjaro, Botswana, or East Timor. I hope you move there. That's haiku number 4. Late at night when everybody's snug in bed, and thoughts are racing round and round in your head. Don't go to sleep, you know what you've got to songwriter if you get up and write some haiku. If there's any little thing you haven't told me, any part of you that's still a mystery, maybe there's a story just waiting to be told, could you keep it to yourself? Keep it to yourself. Maybe I was wrong, I know I'm guilty of faking any interest the first time. But if you think that story bears repeating, keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. I'm crying, uncle, uncle, uncle. Please, not another word. It's not that our love is dead, but can't you leave a thought unsaid? Wouldn't it be better to communicate by letter? Please don't misconstrue my intentions. We're joined as sure as Siamese twins. But darling, if you care for me, please limit what you share with me and keep it to yourself. Baby, keep it to yourself. Jesus. Keep it to yourself. Just keep it to yourself. I'd rather not start bearing souls yet. Let's take the view in from afar, so I can think I found an angel before I find out who you really are. You may not be the one I've hoped for, and this might not go very far, but we can both stay none the wiser if you don't show me who you really are. Don't it seem like once you get too close, you start to see the faults? How his thoughts and dreams ain't nothing like your own, and you wish that you could pick and choose and keeping just the best, keep the rest unknown. For now you're anyone I make you, a cowboy prince or movie star. Give me the chance to think they're all true. Don't need to know yet who you really are. If I dare to start to love you, if I dare to end this dream, will I find out who you really are? Is everything you seem? became a slight, and soon the slight was a wrong. And next I discovered that memory's long. Love isn't easy to do. Love can be trusted. You have to believe. Someone in love would never lie or deceive. But someone in love should never be so naive. Love isn't easy to do. Sweeter than frosting, as heady as wine, a gift that the gods let us feel. Or an exhausting, unsteady decline, a confusing, confining ordeal. There are some things I just don't understand. Why doesn't love turn out the way that I plan? And why do I bother, and must it be grand? Love isn't easy to do. As love is ending, I'm filled with despair, constantly saying that I no longer care. But who am I kidding? I still say a prayer. Love isn't easy, never was easy. Love isn't easy to do. Thoughts keep drifting through my mind. So many thoughts I find are of you. And the day you left our love behind, that night, that tearful stormy fight, I saw no end in sight. But when I look back now, I feel alright. And in a corner of my memories, there are pictures filled with smiles. The tenderness remains. It's so hard to explain. I can't recall the pain I knew. And in a corner of my memories, I've collected souvenirs. And now we've stayed apart, I keep them in my heart. Pictures of you. Thoughts can take me to that day you threw our love away. How it hurt, but I knew that you would never say cry. I thought that I would die the way you said goodbye. But when I look back now, my eyes are dry. And in a corner of my memories, there are pictures filled with smiles. The tenderness remains. It's so hard to explain. I can't recall the pain I knew. And in a corner of my memories, I've collected souvenirs. And now we've stayed apart, I keep them in my heart. Pictures of you. I believe in star signs, and I believe in film romances. I believe believe in fantasy, and I believe with just one glance he's crazy for my eyes. 'Cause I believe the lies of handsome men. I believe in witchcraft, I believe in Cinderella, I believe in gypsies, and I believe I cast a spell that sends him to the skies. 'Cause I believe the lies of handsome men. Somewhere in a corner of my mind, I'm not a fool, completely blind. But even though he's hooked me on his line, I find the pleasures in mine. I believe in love songs, they seem to know just what I'm feeling. I believe Prince Charming, I never guess he's double dealing. How my spirits rise, believing in the lies of handsome men. Sometimes in a dark and quiet place, the truth and I meet face to face. But even though his highness disappears, I keep some stunning souvenirs. So I believe in heroes, I expect that happy ending, wishing on some rainbow. I pretend he's not pretending, someday I'll get wise. But right now I need the lies of handsome men. There must be one sort of decent guy out there who's willing to hold my hand, hold it for all to see, sweaty though it's bound to be. 'Cause if he held my hand, he would own my heart before the count of 3. And maybe I could trick the guy to fall in love with me. There must be some sweet fool who would dare to take my hand on a crowded street, or at a table at some cafe, or even halfway through a matinee. He'd sometimes squeeze and sometimes stroke and sometimes let it be. And maybe I could trick that guy to fall in love with me. I wouldn't care what those 5 fingers did all day. They could roll cigars or detail cars or draft a spaceship that flies to Mars. They could feed the homeless or match up DNA. As long as those fingers are tangled up in mine by nightfall, anything, everything's okay. There must be one kind of normal chump out there who's ready to take a leap. Give me a second look. Skip the cover, read the book. And when I find that chump who's willing to grace my one demand, I'll give the moon, because he held my hand. My strangely clammy, chewed up fingernailed, often trembling yet virtuosic, antibacterial, lotion wearing hand. Another June, another bride. right. And who's that sad, sad cringing at her side? That would be me, perpetually. I'm gonna drink my way through this day. I'm gonna blur my way through this mess till I forget how bitter I am with the bride who maintains I look great in this tragic dress. I'm gonna drink my way through this day. I'm gonna toast the couple with cheer. I'm gonna get so blotto that no one will guess I'm predicting divorce by next year. Never make the fatal mistake of attending a wedding alone. You've got no one to dance with, no one to sit with, no one to laugh with or shoot the shit with, no one who can kiss your neuroses away. No, all you've got are a bunch of bitches who insist that you play try and catch the bouquet. I'm gonna drink my way through this day. I'm gonna get as tight as a drum, cause unless I'm fully liquored up and numb, there will be no withstanding the hand-in-handing the with this ring either way. Just let me drink till I'm effectively dead. You wanna know what's dead? My bank account. I hosted the shower, the bachelorette party. I furnished a present for each event. I paid for my plane fare. I got a hotel room and coughed up the single supplement. I bought a salmon taffeta gown and matching shoes. And now it looks like all I get in return is booze, booze, booze. I'm gonna gulp my way through this night. I'm gonna pray for some wedding sex. Just don't let me black out before I'm sure that I'm not hooking up with the groom or my ex. I'm gonna swing my way through this month. I've got 2 more weddings to go. They better lock up the razors, the guns, and the rope, cause I've never done 3 in a row. It's probably wise to anesthetize and spare myself the pain of 2 more dresses, 2 more toasts, 2 round-trip tickets to opposite coasts, 2 more bouquets, and I better not catch too many offers to find me a match, 2 more weekends trapped in some shitty hotel. When you look at it that way, it's no fucking wonder I'm broke, alcoholic, and mean as hell. I'm gonna drink my way through this year. I am gonna be single forever. I want to die. I need to be 3 sheets flapping before they're clapping for 1 more never-lasting vow. God, just let me drink. Can I please get another drink? Where is my goddamn... They want me for what? Pictures? Coming. Dear God, just shoot me now! In a moment of weakness, I'll get you. Yes, I will. Not for a day, a year, a lifetime, or even awfully. 20 minutes. 20 minutes will fit the bill. Then you'll feel kind of stupid. I'll feel kind of used. But used and stupid is better than nothing. My hollow arms will lure you into my hungry arms. You'll be perplexed, repulsed, turned on, while wondering confused, I'll take it. 'Cause baby, in my world, that's better than nothing. Oh, those 20 minutes, what they'll bring. The laughs, the fights, the lies. And when our moment dies and we realize that we'll never know how we sank so low. But the thing about nothing is nothing ever lasts. So we'll relegate this to our seedy past. But one day when you're wading through life's debris, think of me, think of me. That we'll never know how we sank so low. But the thing about nothing is nothing ever lasts. So we'll relegate this to our seedy past. One day when you're wading through life's debris, feeling empty, stupid, useless, hopeless, and oh, so desperate. Think of me, 'cause baby, I'm better than nothing.
Tanya Moberly.
First of all, thank you to Sydney Meyer and the staff of Don't Tell Mama for letting me sing here for 26 years. This is my home. I absolutely love it here. Thank you to Randy and Lee on the floor. Please be kind. They work very hard. Thank you to the wonderful Kelly Wolford in the booth on lights and sound. Thank you to my recording engineer, Natalie Cordero. She's not here right now. Thank you to the masterful man who mixed and mastered these tracks and put up with me, Yaz Fukuyoko, who's in the house. Spectacular. He's really the hero of the CD. Thank you to my publicist and production consultant, Betsy Ann Fiella. She went through this whole freaking thing with me. We didn't know what we were doing, and we pulled it all together. Thank you to Frank Dane, my graphic designer and third gay husband. Thank you to these magnificent songwriters. I mean, just amazing. You all have on the CD, they're all listed, which I'll be handing out as you guys exit. Thank you to these magnificent musicians. On violin, Bradley Bosenbeck. On the bass, Matt SCHARFGLASS. And at the piano, my dear friend and masterful musical director, Stephen Ray Watkins. Thanks to all of you so much for supporting live music and supporting me. Thanks for being here, people, because without you, I'm just sitting alone in my living room. I'm going to leave you with this, a little Bill Zephyro. Another romance gone, another lonely dawn, but I won't fret when night turns into day. Life can be a mess, but when I reassess, so what? I've still got New York. I've got more bills than bread. Guess I'll retire when I'm dead, 'cause every choice includes the price you pay. In the burbs I might do well, me. What the hell? I'm broke, but I've still got New York. New York pulls through. We've got guts. We've got grit. And we know it's true. We get back up when we've been hit. So the Oak Room's gone for good. And around the neighborhood, the joints are closed, but Disney never goes away. But my friend, I have no doubt, the mouse and Mamma Mia will move out. One down, one to go. They will, and we'll take back New York. New York is there when I win, when I lose. None can compare for those boozy 3 a.m. blues. So I'll down another Jack, but tomorrow I'll be back. This town's my town, it's in my DNA. And when that Reaper grins, I'll kick him in the shins and tell him paradise may be awfully nice, the accommodations distant gay. But no thanks, I'll hang, I'll stay. Why would I ever stray to any spot that's not New York? Thank you, everybody.